Hey folks, welcome in this tutorial. This is Saurabh, and in this section of tutorial we are going to learn about arrays in Python. So as we have already learned about all the data types related to collection like list and tuples, now we'll see another data type for collection, that is array. So an array is defined as a collection of items that are stored at a contiguous memory location. It is a container like list and tuples and can hold a fixed number of items, and these items should be of the same data types. So if we are entering elements like strings, so it should be all strings. If we are entering element of data type integer, so it's all should be integer. So an array is popular in most programming language like C++, JavaScript, etc. Also, array is an idea of storing multiple items of the same type together, and it makes easier to calculate the position of each element by reducing the overall size of the code. And it is used to store multiple values in a single variables. And if you have a list of items that are stored in their corresponding variables, suppose there is a car 1 is equal to Lamber Lamborghini, and car 2 is equal to Bugatti. Sorry, I little bit mistaken spelling. And car 3 is equal to uh, Koenigsegg. So suppose these three cars are here. If you want to loop through cars and find a specific one, you can use arrays. So the array can be handled in Python by using a module name, that is array. It is useful when we have to manipulate only specific data values. So now I am going to show you following terms to understand the concept of an array. That is, first is that is element. So what is element in array? So each item stored in an array is called an element. After that there is one more thing, that is uh, index. So index, so the location of an element in array has a numerical index which is used to identify the position of the elements. Now we'll start with the representation of array. So array can be declared in various ways and different languages. The important point that should be considered is that index start should be 0, and also we can access each element via its index. The length of array defines the capacity to store the elements in it. And also there is a lots of operation in arrays like traverse, insertion, deletion, search, update. I will show you all those operations with examples in this tutorials. So now we'll see that how to create a array in Python. So firstly we have to import array. So from array we'll import everything. So for importing everything we'll use star asterisk, that is. So here we have imported the array package from the Python, that is PyCharm. And after that we'll start with the coding with operations of arrays. So we can access the array elements using the respective indices of those elements which we have entered or stored in the array. So here from array we import everything, and also we can write this from array, import array as as we have already done this type of importing pod in math modules. So import array as a or you can also put it like as a. After importing, we'll create a one array with a ar1 is equal to, and we'll take the name of array, and after that we'll create a array, and here we'll give a parenthesis, and in that we will define two things. That is, first is type code, that which type of value we are going to store in arrays, and after that in second one we'll initialize all those elements. So firstly I want here integer types. So in second one, by using a square bracket, that is at least, put the value that should be a type code of I. So for integer we'll use type code I, and after that we'll start accessing the elements from array. So print, if you want to access first value, then we'll use, we know that for the index value start with 0, so for accessing first we need to call 0 index number, and for second third 3 we have to use 1, and so on. So we'll run here and we'll see that it is accessing the element. So here it is saying that print a of 0 type error, that is module type error. So we have done something wrong here. So what's that? So we have imported here array as a, and after that so we have to put the name of array, that is ar1, and after that we'll access it. So here we have successfully accessed the first element of array. So by using the index number we can access all the elements from the array. So in the above example here we have imported an array, defined a variable name with the ar1 that holds the element of array, and print the element by accessing the elements through the indices of an array. So this is the way how we can access the values from array. Now we'll see that how to change or add elements in array. So we know that array are mutable and we can change the value of array similar way like a list. So we have imported here array, and also we have created a variable ar1 for importing the for storing the value of array. Now we'll delete this and we'll see that how to add or change the value of elements present in array. So for changing the value we'll use the name of variables of array, and for changing the variable we use the index number of that variable which we want to change or which we want to put the new element on that index. So suppose if you want to remove 3, so we'll use the index number of 3, and here we'll write the value which we want to put in the place of index number 1. So suppose we want to put a 7. Now after this we'll print the array and after that we'll see what will happen. So here we are able to see that the value present here is 2347, and now here we are seeing that 2743. That means that 3 has been replaced by 7 by using these statements. So this is the way how we can change the value. Now after this, suppose if you want to add an element, so for adding element we'll use AR1 suppose, and here if you want to put values between some elements, suppose 3 to 4, so just use the index numbers, and inside that we can use we can add elements. So suppose if you want to put the values between 1 to 4, that is 0 1 2 3, sorry, there is a 3. So here now by using this slicing method, we are saying that the value which we are going to add, that should be between index number 1 to 3. So this value which I am going to write here, suppose we are writing 9, so this will be placed between index number 1 to 3. Now we'll print the array and we'll see that what will happen. So this is saying that can only assign array, not int to array slice. So we can assign only array in this, so we can't put the value like this into the array. So we have to put value like AR1 a dot array, and in that we'll use the type code, and here we'll put the value, suppose 3 2 3 2 34 5, and now we'll print that and we'll see that what will happen. Now we are able to see that we have successfully entered or add this element into the array. So here we have put placed these values between this range, that is from 1 to 3. So index number 1 is 0 1, that is from 3 to 5 we have choose this value to be placed. So here we are saying that 2 34 and 5 has been placed between these numbers within this range. So this is the way how we can place the value between the elements of array. Now after this we should think that why should we use array in Python. So we use array because a combination of array saves a lots of time. The array can reduce the overall size of the code. That's why we choose to use array in Python. Now suppose if you want to delete some element from the array, so how we can do that. So the element can be deleted from an array using the keyword del statement, as we have done in list tutorials. And if we want to delete any value from the array, we can do that by using the indices of the particular element. So by using index number we can delete any element. So suppose we have created an array here. Now suppose if you want to delete 3 from this array, so we use the index number of that element with the name of array, and we'll use a del keyword. So del, use the name of array, and now write the index number of that element which we want to remove. Suppose I want to remove the index number of 1, so print AR1 to see that the element has been deleted or not. Now here we are able to see that 3 has been deleted from the array. 2 4 5 are only visible and 3 has been invisible. So this is a way how we can delete element from array. Now we can also find the length of array. So the length of array is defined as the number of elements present in the array. It returns an integer value that is equal to the total number of elements present in the particular array. So suppose if we want to know the length of array, we'll use, suppose L is equal to len, sorry, we can directly use here like len and put the value of the array inside a len. Now here we are able to see that the length of array is 4. So just count the number and you will be able to understand that what is length is. So the total number are present in a array is known as the length of that array. So 1 2 3 4. So this is the length of that array, which has been visible here now by printing the length of array. Now we can also concatenate any two arrays using the addition sign. So we can add the element of two arrays. We can add two arrays in Python. So I will show you how we can do that. So I have been created one array here. Now suppose if you want to create one more array, so ar2 is equal to a dot array, and just create another array here by I, and after that we'll write some values. Now we have created a two array. Now if you want to add this, we'll use another variable, and inside that we'll put the addition of these two array, sorry, ar1 plus ar2 is the name of array. Now print the value C for seeing that we are successfully printed the addition of two array or not. So just now here we have run this, and now we are able to see that the element has been added, and the two element two arrays has been added, and it is stored in the value C, and now we are able to see that the whole element of array 1 and array 2 has been placed here. So this is how we can add two arrays in Python. After this we have done everything in the arrays. So there will be some other operations you can also search at many websites, but for this tutorials I have explained all the things about arrays. So hope you all guys are now able to understand that what is array in Python, how we can use that, and I have also shown some operations to all of you. So by using all those operations you can do a lot with arrays. So this is end up of this tutorials. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.